Level 2, otherwise known as pipe dreams, is a Class 2 survival difficulty. It is unsafe, stable, and has a low entity count. Level 2, information. Level 2 is a vast network of interconnected utility tunnels, maintenance shafts, and rusting pipes. Unlike the typically inconstant level environment of the backrooms, the space in Level 2 does not physically shift live, lending much of the level a relative ease to navigate through. The level's architecture, which can differ from one place to another, remains largely uniform without alteration in its diversity and appearance for each given area. Its layout, however, reportedly becomes more complex the farther one travels from the entrance point, with corridors going up and down that may impede travel or cause injury, especially in dark areas. Fortunately, however, there have been no reports of entities lurking around these areas, most likely due to the extreme heat and humidity. The supply of provisions and hydration is heavily limited in Level 2, despite the number of water pipes in the level. Because no machinery or boiler rooms required for these pipes to function have been discovered, as well as the human temperatures in various areas of the level, rust, bacteria, and other unknown pathogens overwhelm its insides that may contain almond water. Unknown diseases, mutated bacteria, and viruses have been discovered within these networks, meaning the source for most epidemics within the backrooms is usually Level 2. These pathogens typically spread through direct contact or the consumption of liquids present in these pipes. These are to be avoided either from ingesting or even being near them to avoid accidental exposure. Anomalies. Found in certain junctions of crawl spaces, sometimes lying behind sufficiently sizable pipes to hide their openings, these organisms can often stretch up to 20 to 200 kilometers from their mouth to the ends of the digestive tract. Descriptions of their physical bodies are divisive, ranging from their internal organs using the space in the cleavages to protect them from having their pipelines being their entire body. However, the former bear more evidence than the latter, as inflicting serious damage either through stabbings, gunshots, and grenades has resulted in them bleeding out. Going through these organic pipelines is often necessary, and fortunately, it would rarely lead to a death, as the process of digestion would only occur if the thing they consume did not move after a few hours. Most of their diet comes from discarded pieces of food and, weirdly, debris. Waste products, such as sewage, feces, presumably, scavenged organs and viscera, etc., including junk, especially ones made out of plastic, glass, metal, and rubber. Using entryways to their insides can be an effective way to escape entities. However, as they generally avoid these pipeline networks in fear of an uncertain detail. Alternative to using acids as the means to digest their food, they secrete a base referred to as the DuPont-Bayer solution. This is quite likely due to their pipeline being constructed out of aluminium, which the solution they produce does not dissolve. So presumably reduce the weight of the digestive tract their theoretical bodies are holding up. Besides, most of what they consume may contain sharp edges that could pierce them if it was made out of flesh instead of metal. And if an organism were to end up being digested, its stomach acid would be immediately neutralized by the alkaline, with the byproduct being their source of water and ions. The solution can dissolve an adult human within a matter of seconds. Unlike Level 0 and Level 1, the geometry in Level 2 does not have a concrete category, constant or fluctuating. Most seasoned explorers believe that, despite being on the three foundational levels, the total size of Level 2's accessible areas, which exclude the outer regions of the level, as it is contemporarily assumed to be an expansive pipeline network lying in a void-like space, can be theoretically calculated if enough manpower and more developed technology are available. This has never been attempted, however, as it remains a theorem with conflicting accounts on the subject. The first report of such occurrences have been lost in time, perhaps appearing since human documentation in the backrooms. Individuals who experience this anomaly/hallucination are typically novices and intermediate travelers, with the reason being still under speculation, ranging from the presence of furniture or areas that are officially known to be absent from Level 2 to the level's layout drastically shifting more frequently than that of Level 0. Details that show most often in these cases include, but not limited to, locked doors on walls and in dead ends of hallways, Blank windows, sometimes even placed on the floor, either looking at a concrete wall, the void, or the hole. Small chairs and coffee tables, sometimes with expensive cigars, narcotics, and or a few already drunken alcoholic beverages on them. Paintings, particularly ones that depict bright outdoor landscapes. Fully furnished bedrooms akin to the ones in level 5 within rooms that connect to the main corridors of the level. Staircases that either directly lead to a wall or another corridor of higher elevation. The clockwork theory suggests that the entirety of level 2 is a monumental clockwork with its inner mechanisms hidden behind the walls, suggesting that there is machinery instead of pure concrete. The moving parts, which are furniture and small parts of the level, rotate instantaneously and subtly to disorient wanderers. This theory does not apply to level 0 or level 1, as the former does not possess the required space for such equipment, and the latter has significantly differing rooms. That is simply not possible to alter without cutting into an edge. Digging into concrete walls enough to assumingly reach these theorized machineries is not possible due to the instrument needed not being able to fit nor be brought within the given limited space. Entities within level 2, i.e. clumps, hounds, spilers, skin stealers, have adapted to scurry headlong and mitigate their need to retain their energy like their counterparts in other levels. Uniquely for windows, however, rather than showing a void behind them, a hollowed out section of the level seems to lie behind the glass. The shadowy figures that appear behind them look to have a more physical form rather than being confined to the second dimension. Recognize that the reach of their contorted arms is more extended, possibly because of the level's layout. Entrances. Level 2 is the final level one could access by no clipping out of normal reality. No clipping out of and or entering maintenance areas of certain levels may lead to level 2. A variety of factors causes level 1 to fade into level 2, in addition to ordinary doors and stairwells which could grant one access to level 2. Entering vents are sometimes found in level 8 leads here. Removing a manhole cover in level 11 and ascending downward. No clipping into the pipes in corridors in level 17. Bunkers in level 41 may lead here. The green door located in level 111 has a chance of transporting one here, including a myriad of other levels. Exiting through the lobby of 138, though it may lead to other levels as well. Entering a door in level 139 has a chance of leading to level 2. Fire exit doors in level 154 lead to level 2. No clipping through a painting with a setting that resembles level 2 in level 264. Exits. Executing certain tasks and entering parts of the level may lead to its sub-levels. Fire exits could lead one back to level. Fire exits could lead one back to level 1 or forward to either level 3 or level 477. Entering a golden door with the symbol marked an oval with a line through it will lead one to level 5. Certain hallways of level 2 possess a chance of leading to level 4 or level 27. Coming across a sewer tunnel leads to level 34. A gradual increase of neon lighting signifies that an exit to level 699 is near. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Maybe even comment. Also, join the Discord server, please. So, thank you for watching and goodbye.